kind of like a psychedelic live kind of throwback.
We always wanted to do something psychedelic. I'm always pushing for psychedelic stuff. I think that always looks the coolest.
I was up super late one night, like 3 or 4 in the morning, and I can't remember where I came up. I've seen this used a couple times, the video feedback thing, and I just thought it would be a cool idea for us because we're kind of trying to capture a little bit of the 70s vibe, but not totally be a revival kind of band.
I guess I had a much more limited scope of what I thought was maybe going to be projected in the background, and I didn't really realize the extent of movement and lighting and backlighting and front lighting, how many different takes you can have of it. So that's really been a real cool, pleasant surprise to it.
That's a Hammond Portabee, which is the only portable model that Hammond ever made. All the other ones are like the big consoles that you see in churches or recording studios or whatever, and they're so hard to bring around. The organ started coming out in the 50s and 60s, and rock bands started using it. Guys would have to chop them down, like get rid of the whole box of it and make a new portable one. And Hammond picked up on it by the end of the 60s and made that one. That's the only one.
The way the song was written was basically Harvey came up with the idea by himself in his apartment long ago. In fact, it was probably 2.5 years ago, and he basically wrote the whole song and recorded it on a laptop speaker, and then he sent it over to me. And the first time he sent it to me, I was floored because he played it on an acoustic guitar, and he played it a little more lamenting, like very kind of slow, and it was very sad sounding. And there was these birds chirping in the background on the recording because he was doing it in the early one morning. And so I'm listening to it, and it like instantly was just like, holy shit, this is a wicked song.
I describe it as a real honest version of what we think real rock and roll music meant to us growing up and experiencing it, and affecting us through our journeys through our musical life.
I think the video reflects the live show in that it's kind of like it's more of an amplified version, right? Because you watch it on, as soon as you take a music video and you put it on the computer, it's like you're already taming it down because it's so much smaller, coming through smaller speakers on a smaller screen. You're not feeling the music, so you've got a more jacked up version of what we usually do.